Now, across borders and within communities, traffickers operate sophisticated networks that lure victims, often with false promises of jobs or education, only to force them into modern-day slavery, sexual exploitation, forced labor, or criminal activity. In recent years, young Nigerians have increasingly fallen prey to these networks, many trafficked under the guise of overseas opportunities or employment offers. As the 2025 global campaign against trafficking ramps up, stakeholders underscore the pressing need to combat the menace in its increasingly complex and dangerous forms. TV360 Simisola has more in this report.
Every year, thousands are lured by false promises, only to face abuse, exploitation, and deception, often at the hands of traffickers who operate in highly organized networks, often moving victims across borders undetected. The journey itself is dangerous, particularly through transit points in North Africa, where victims are frequently detained, extorted, or subjected to violence. Jeremiah David is a victim of trafficking. With hopes of reaching Germany, he crossed the desert into Libya, a known trafficking hotspot. But instead of opportunity, he encountered armed captors, torture chambers, and a ransom demand that nearly cost him his life.
Immediately I entered the place, he asked me, are you from? I said, from Edo State. He said, Edo State, I should go to that corner that my state persons are sitting there. So when I got there, the people I met there prevented them from talking to us like, how far was the journey? You know, when you get to a new place and you meet a fellow Nigerian, first they'll tell you, how far now, how home now, how people are home, you know, you get to talk and interact. But these guys were being instructed not to talk to us. So they were just looking at us just the way I'm looking at you and we're not talking. So I'm trying to ask, where are we? What's the name of this place? And nobody's ready to say anything. So, okay, what am I going to do now? How do we live here? How many days do people stay here before they move? Because I know it's a transit thing here. But then nobody was ready to talk to me. My mind was, beginning to recollect. So what they did later in the evening was that they had to ask all of us that came that night that we should follow them. So in the morning we followed them. They were taking us around the building. It was a massive building. So they were seeing us, blood stains on the wall. They were showing us bullets that people tried to escape from this place, that they shot them. Those are the bloods you have seen on the wall. These gun bullets is where, when they shot them, they show us different things. First of all, they had to put that fear in us. So when we finished that environmental tour, that was when my mind was not telling me that, oh my God, Jerry, bless you, don't have one chance like this. So how do I live here?
According to the United Nations International Labour Organization, human traffickers victimize an estimated 2.6 million people worldwide, many of them fleeing poverty, conflict, environmental disaster, or political instability, often fall prey to traffickers who exploit their desperation with false promises, coercion, and outright force. Another victim, Ejike Ezeonyido, wanted to cross through the Sahara Desert, but the journey quickly turned into a nightmare. His story underscores the brutal reality faced by many who fall prey to trafficking networks operating along irregular migration routes.
We spent like a month there in between two rocks where they hide us. So we are like in a valley. They robbed us. Everything we had, we lost it there. Some persons we are lucky. They were able to hit some things away. Like myself, I was able to hit the money that was with me then. And we continued the journey into desert because I see it as a game. They are very, very organized. Sometimes maybe they discuss among themselves not to actually extort and collect more from this person. And when you said no, they will sell the person.
Experts have decried the rising threat of human trafficking, attributing it largely to ignorance. They say many victims are deceived by people they trust, falling prey due to limited awareness of traffickers' tactics.
Most people are not aware often than not, it's people they know, people they trust that deceives them and traffics them. So because of that trust, they don't expect that anything negative will come out of the relationship with such a person. But by the time they realize, more often than not, it is too late.
It's appalling. I think there's a lot of ignorance, and because of that lacuna, the gap in education, people don't really know what's going on. People are looking for greener pastures, but nobody actually bothers to find out what is going on at the other end. You know, the grass always looks greener at the other end, but it's not. There's so much going on, from organ harvesting to human trafficking, you know, to selling of babies, to even online scams.
As human trafficking becomes increasingly sophisticated, these experts are calling for cross-border collaboration, stronger legal frameworks, and better victim support systems to combat the crisis and protect vulnerable populations. Simisola Achikun, TV 360 News.